Would you believe me if I said we received a voice message from someone who was already dead? It wasn't a prank, it wasn't a hoax, and it definitely wasn't a system error. The message arrived in our class group chat at 3:17 a.m. and the name on the screen was clear: Lucas Almeida. The same Lucas who was mourned 7 days earlier. The same Lucas we saw inside a coffin. The scariest part? The message would disappear right after playing. But those who listened to it until the end were never the same again. If you've made it this far, keep going. What I'm about to tell you might change the way you look at any voice message. And if this gives you chills, like, comment, and share this video with someone who needs to know. But only if you're brave enough. We always knew that São Vicente Parish School had a heavy vibe. You know those old schools with overly dark courtyards, damp-stained walls, corridors with strange echoes even when empty? That's the kind of place it was. Old teachers, strict rules, and a library that felt more like a crypt where no one dared enter after 5 p.m. And in the middle of it all, there was Lucas. Lucas Almeida was one of those classmates who was always there, but never really present. Quiet, introspective, always drawing in the back of the class, earphones in, with that damn red notebook. He never let anyone look inside it. Once, Pedro tried to grab it, and Lucas freaked out. He threw his desk to the floor and shouted, "You don't know what's in there. No one can touch it." We laughed, thought it was just another of his quirks, but now, thinking back, maybe that wasn't just a notebook. He lived with his grandmother. His mother disappeared when he was a kid. His father. No one ever knew anything about him. He had an expression that mixed sadness and anger, as if he carried something on his shoulders we'd never understand. The kind of kid who seemed to know things he shouldn't. And yet, he was kind, polite, discreet. Last Monday, he didn't show up. On Tuesday, we got the news. Lucas had been found dead in his own room, hanging from the school belt. His grandmother said he was smiling, but it wasn't a normal smile. It was a kind of grimace, as if something inside him was forcing it. At the wake, many of us went, but the atmosphere was weird. The school didn't send any teachers to speak. The principal didn't show up. And the strangest thing, his grandmother clutched the red notebook like it was a child. She wasn't crying. She just kept repeating like a mantra, "Now you'll see." No one wanted to listen. "Now you'll see." And before leaving, she told one of the girls, "Burn it if you find it again, and if you hear the voice, run." At the time, we thought it was her grief talking, but now, I'd give anything to have taken it seriously. The week passed. We went back to our routine, until, in the early hours of the following Tuesday, exactly at 3:17 a.m., my phone vibrated. It was a notification from the class group chat. Lucas Almeida sent a voice message, 1 minute and 12 seconds. I froze. It didn't make sense. His number had been deactivated. His phone was with his family, or it should have been. The first to listen was Clarina. She pressed play. The message started, and halfway through it vanished. She messaged me privately, crying. She said, "His voice, it wasn't the same. He was here. It felt like he was behind me." I asked what he said. She only replied, "He didn't go alone. He wants to take someone else." The next day, Lucas's desk reappeared in the classroom. It was just there. And on it, the red notebook, intact, with a handwritten page, shaky in huge letters. "You forgot me. Now you'll hear me." The school went into a panic. The coordinator fainted. They said no one had brought it there. They said the cameras were off between 3 and 3:20 a.m. And then it began. On Wednesday, at 3:17 a.m., a new audio. This time, 4 minutes long. It was his voice, but it wasn't just his. There was something behind it, as if more than one presence was speaking through him, as if he was possessed, being forced to say things he didn't want to. The message said, "You knew, but you pretended not to see. You laughed at my drawings, thought it was a joke." But I saw, all the time. They live in the school, in the mirrors, in the lockers, in the shadows behind the curtains in room 103. I heard whispers in the chemistry lab, words in Latin in the third-floor bathroom. They called me. I went. But now, they want more. And the next one has already been warned. The next day, Pedro, the one who messed with the notebook, didn't show up. On Friday, they found his phone thrown onto the auditorium roof. Inside the phone, a single message. Received 3:17 a.m. Lucas Almeida. The police investigated, but they found nothing. No fingerprints, no call records, no explanations. The audios kept coming, every Tuesday, always at 3:17 a.m. and each time longer, more desperate, more real, little. By little, other students started reporting strange things, doors locking on their own, chalk writing words on the board by itself, the scent of lotus flowers in the air, the same one used at the wake, and the red notebook would disappear and reappear in different places, in the bathroom, in the gym locker, in someone's backpack, always with a new page written, "I'm here. You'll hear me." Who's next? Some students tried to leave the group chat, but WhatsApp would crash. Others deleted the app. Even so, at 3:17 a.m., the notification sound would ring. It wasn't just in the group anymore. The messages started arriving individually. Mine came in the 7th week. I woke up at 3:15 a.m., sweating, out of nowhere. 2 minutes later, a vibration. Lucas Almeida, audio 7 minutes and 46 seconds. I didn't press play, but the message played on its own. The voice came from the earphones, even though they weren't plugged in, and it said, "You laughed, you looked the other way. Now look at me. Open your eyes. I'm here." And at that moment, the mirror in my room cracked. No impact, no sound. It just cracked. Down the middle. I spent the rest of the night awake, hiding under the blanket with the light on. The next day, the school was shut down. The local parish priest was called. He held a mass, blessed the classrooms, sprinkled holy water in the hallways. But when he reached Lucas's desk, the water simply evaporated in the air. The following week, the principal disappeared. The school group chat was deactivated, but the audios kept coming, no longer on WhatsApp, now on Telegram, by email, through the car radio, through the microwave, through a turned-off phone, and the name, always him, Lucas Almeida. Parents started pulling their kids out of the school. The building was closed, but the gate still creaks at 3:17 a.m. every Tuesday. Neighbors report lights turning on and off, the sound of muffled laughter, and someone softly singing the song from our 9th grade graduation. Today marks exactly 3 months since the first message. I'm not the same anymore. I don't sleep, I don't eat, and I received another audio yesterday. It only said, "The video you're recording right now, I'll see it too." Yes, he knows, he sees, and if you've watched this video this far, he knows you saw it too. Now, if this chills you to the bone, comment, "I heard." Subscribe to the channel, but only if you're brave enough, and don't leave yet. Watch the video that's appearing on your screen now. It reveals the mystery of the student who vanished inside the school and was never seen again. If you think you've seen it all, you haven't seen anything yet.